I am Leland Frankel, and I wrote the book and the lyrics for the 10-minute musical Emily Again.
And I'm Mina Bloom, and I wrote the music for Emily Again.
My name is Nicholas Connors. I'm the composer and lyricist of Here in the Park.
My name's Catherine Penny, and I co-wrote You're Invited.
And my name's Chris Meister, and I co-wrote You're Invited.
Brandon Lambert. What's a Guy to Do? Book, music, and lyrics.
I'm Asher Muldoon.
Sammy Grove.
Middle School Election.
The musical.
I wrote the lyrics and co-wrote the book.
And I wrote the music and co-wrote the book.
Ethan Carlson. Saidu Sinlaw. Our show is called Blind Flight. I wrote the music. I wrote book and lyrics.
I'm from La Jolla, California.
And I'm from Sacramento, California.
Point Park University in Pittsburgh.
I grew up as a little kid in New York.
I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. I went to the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
I'm from Germantown, Maryland.
I'm from Topeka, Kansas.
This is not an experience that everyone who wants to write a musical gets, and it's really nice to be a part of something that wants to give that opportunity to more people.
It sounded like an awesome opportunity, and here we are.
I thought it could be a great opportunity to write a 10-minute musical. I thought writing a 10-minute musical would be a piece of cake, and I was like, okay, great, I can win some money, go out to California. Writing a 10-minute musical is harder than you think.
It's a little scary to show up on the first day.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
A good shock.
Oh yes, a good shock.
But once you come here and you see them performing, you see the talent on the stage, it's pretty thrilling.
I thought it was a full musical competition, so I went home that night and actually typed out like a full You're Invited like synopsis.
You wrote the music, we edited all the stuff, we cast it, we directed it. Our mentor was a Caitlin Kerrigan.
It felt like a parent-teacher conference. It's like, your child is this, but needs a little more of this. And she totally understood our piece, like way more so than I ever thought anyone could.
Adam Guan. Yeah, we had a nice conversation with him one afternoon. You get to kind of give away our baby and let the experience it teaches you a lot about letting go and allowing someone else to really interpret your work.
The way she described how we should change the ending gave me chills over Skype, so.
David Zippel, who was our mentor, it was lovely just getting to talk to him and get his feedback on things and have him be such an available resource for us.
We could contact him anytime.
I do have a mentor, it's Michael Weiner. He gave me some great advice about what to tune up, how to heighten the stakes of the show. There was so much he gave me that I actually couldn't even finish it all by the time.
Once we heard that we were paired with Ryan Scott Oliver, we were both very excited. We've heard his music before.
My name's Ryan Scott Oliver, and I'm a mentor for ShowSearch. My advice for musical theater writers is to write one show every single year. I think that this profession is tricky, and I think that a year is an appropriate amount of time to explore a specific idea. I think that it's 3 months or more of research, it's 6 months to write a first draft, and then 3 months to question all your life choices. Every musical theater writer has just got to keep themselves accountable and keep putting out new work, whether or not you're writing something that's a passion play or something that is a commission or something that is for someone else. You just have to keep writing and keep generating new material, because that's how you keep growing and that's how you keep getting the kind of attention we need to further ourselves in this profession.
I'm Adam Guan. I'm a composer and a lyricist and a mentor for this year's ShowSearch. Mentorship in musical theater is so important. Rosalind Hammerstein mentored Stephen Sondheim, who then mentored Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty, who are some of my mentors. I think something that's so important to get from a mentor is simply encouragement, because it is such a really hard business and a hard craft. It's a hard job to write a musical. They're really hard. One of the challenges, I think, of being a writer of musical theater is that there are so many pieces that have to come together to make a musical work. From the very beginning, there's a script, music, and lyrics, which in itself is enough to juggle. And then once you think you've gotten that nailed down, you have actors and a director and choreography and scenery and costumes, and there are so many elements that have to line up just so. It's even difficult to think about how we did this or how anything worked before the internet came along, because it's just the norm now. It's what we do. It's a part of every part of the process. My advice for young musical theater writers would be to write what you love. Write the stories that you love, write about people that you love, write the kind of music that you love. That is so important because that's what makes you who you are as a writer. That's what gives you your special voice, what you love.
I'm really optimistic about the future, especially I see the other writers here, and you see a lot of really promising things for the future of musical theater. People are writing about issues that are relevant to them today. This is something that has been happening since, Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote South Pacific. It's cultural issues, it's things that matter, but it's also the stories that matter to all of us, and sharing them with the world. So I'm very optimistic for the future, and I can't wait to see what it holds.